Hey, what's up everybody? I am back and today I'm going to be showing you one of my favorite arm workouts that I do when I'm at the gym and that I've also figured out how to replicate here at the house. This is a bicep, tricep, bicep, TriSet, which is a tongue twister. TriSet meaning 3 exercises back to back to back with minimal rest. We're going to work out the bicep, turn right around, hit that tricep for an alternative and opposing movement, and then we're going to come right back to the bicep. Going to show you the setup, how many of them I do. I'm gonna walk you through that whole process. By the way, I just got this hat from Mammoth Headwear. They make hats for dudes with big heads. If you got a big head, I'll put a link in the description down below. It is clean. Anyways, you know, one of the things I talk about whenever you're learning how to use your Bowflex is not get wrapped up in trying to create all sorts of new exercises you've never done before. Just take the stuff that you would normally do at the gym or that you pictured yourself doing and ask yourself, how do I do that here? It's all about replication, not creation. You want to replicate your gym movements here at home. You don't want to spend time creating new movements here. And that's exactly what I've done is I've replicated one of my favorite workouts at the gym, and we're going to do it here. So let's go ahead and talk about the setup. A few things to kind of look at. One is when you do a tricep or even a superset on the Bowflex, you don't want to spend a lot of time getting up and moving your, changing your resistance bands. You know, if you do something like here, and then you do something from the top, you don't want to have to get up and change every time. So one of the great things about this particular exercise is that it actually allows us to leave it on the same resistance between exercises. Now we're going to up the resistance a little bit between sets, but we don't have to change it between bicep and tricep, which is really kind of nice. So we're going to start off here with a 50 rod. We're also going to do a couple of things on this setup here, which is we're going to put the top, because this is going to be our tricep workout, we're going to take our top and move it to the innermost part here. The reason we're going to do that, I'll show you very quickly, is it's much easier and much more comfortable on my arms, and frankly, it's just a better contraction on my tricep if I'm starting with my elbows more kind of in and then going straight down. Whereas if they were further out, I'm probably gonna be putting some extra tension on my elbows that's not gonna feel real nice. So we're gonna start at the innermost position up at the top. Here at the bottom, we're actually starting at the outermost. So we're gonna flip it and we're gonna be doing the triceps from more of sort of this angle and not so much this angle. That's just personal preference for me. Put it where you want, but I like it on the outside. We're gonna need to have enough handles so that we can have this set up. I've got 2 at the top and I've got 2 at the bottom. Now, a lot of the Bowflex systems only come with 2. So in order to do this, I always recommend having at least 4 anyways, just in general with the Bowflex. I'll put some links in the description down below as well to some of the other attachments and things that I end up picking up from Amazon so that I could have a better Bowflex experience. So you're gonna need 2 at the top and 2 at the bottom. So now that we've got the setup figured out, let's go ahead and get into the actual exercise. Now what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna leave the bench, the back bench here just like this. It's actually kind of important for this particular exercise, and it's actually a benefit that I get on the Bowflex that I don't get at the gym. So we're gonna start here. I'm gonna show you why that is. So we're gonna start here facing away and we're just gonna sit on it. Now the reason this ends up being a big deal is because a lot of times when people do arms, they start swinging their body for momentum, right? They start doing some of this stuff, herky-jerky, whatever. And so what that actually does is it takes a little bit of that resistance off of the arms. It makes the movements easier. That's why people do it. It makes it easier on their arms. Well, I don't want it to be easier on my arms. I actually want it to be difficult on my arms. I want my arms to get the full benefit of the workout. So by sitting on this and just placing the old butt cheeks here on this, it just allows us to kind of remove some of that opportunity for getting too herky-jerky with it. So we're gonna start with this. We're gonna do 6, and we're just gonna lean forward a little bit like this, and we're gonna have our arms kind of going back, and we're gonna keep our elbows kind of almost behind our backs back here. You're gonna lean forward like we're skiing. We're gonna do 6 like this. We're gonna immediately grab these. I'm gonna do actually 12 of these, and then we're gonna turn our bodies around. We're gonna face this way, and then we're gonna do 6 this way. Let's go ahead and get started on it. So we're gonna do 6, 12, and 6. And hopefully this isn't gonna be too loud. So again, remember, outside most positions at the bottom, reach back and grab them. And so you can see just the resistance from the cables. I'm only got 50 here, but see my chest is starting to kind of pop out here and my elbows are just a little bit behind me. What I don't wanna do is I don't wanna like force this forward with my shoulders, right? Because like right here, what I could do is I could start from here. That's putting an awful lot of pressure on my shoulders. Feels like it could lead me to Snap City. So I wanna make sure that my shoulders kind of stay back, my chest is kind of puffed out, and I want my elbows to be kind of behind me. And I'm just gonna do 6. 1, 2. So 6, we're gonna go immediately to the tricep. We're gonna do 12 on the tricep. Now remember, something on that tricep is you don't want to have your shoulders go too far back or too far forward. Try to keep your elbows right there about your rib cage and use the leverage from that. Let's turn right around. Now, sometimes people might want to use this bench right there for leverage, or again, to kind of remove the herky-jerky. I don't mind it. Now what you want to do here is lean back a little bit. So your elbows are in front of you, your arms are in front of you. We're gonna do 6 here. And that's the entire tri-set. Usually I do 3 sets, and then I'll just do this again, back to back to back. Once I do the full 3, I'll take a minute rest, maybe a minute and a half, turn right around and do it again. So it's a pretty quick exercise, but if you do it right and if you increase your weights between each set, it's really kind of nice. It's just one of my favorites. Thought I'd share it with you. Hopefully this was helpful. Again, I'll put links in the description down below to some of the different attachments, and I've got a full workout to do. So let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. As usual, if you find this helpful, please hit like, maybe subscribe. Peace out.